Hello. It is I, Eric, back with another video, guys. So real quick, I just want to hop in here and make this video. And I know I probably made a couple videos in the past touching on this. It seems to be coming up a lot lately. So we have situations where we get clients with these style showers where they have like the glass, right? The aluminum steel framing. And then they have the tile blockings, right? And what I run into is, so I'm just gonna be taking video here, just kind of documenting what it is that I'm dealing with here. So as you can see, the waterproofing material has long since lapsed, right? It's mold, it's all kinds of stuff going on. So I don't know if you can see the color of the grout. This is wet this is dry. Right next to it is kind of wet, right? And so as the water gets heavier, you'll see that the grout goes from dry to dark and wet. And what it is that I try to explain to customers that have this style shower, and it's not always easy to explain because you have to manage expectations, and a lot of it's really difficult to manage expectations when the customer has different set of expectations. And it's just about knowledge or lack thereof. And so one of the situations I find myself lately is I've been getting these showers that, they're a particular style, right? And now you can definitely tell this is not a brand new bathroom, right? This is not built last year. And if it was built last year, there are some things that are alarming, right? But that's not the point. So I just kind of wanted to show you guys just some of the things that I am coming in contact here. The waterproofing material looks like there's some questionable discolorations. So down here where water tends to pit and kind of sit and dwell, like particularly the customer wanted to draw my attention to behind the door here. The bathroom itself is an older style bathroom. They have this exhaust fan here. I'm not entirely sure how strong this exhaust fan is. But you definitely want to get an exhaust fan that is properly rated for the bathroom you're in, just so it can properly pull the moisture out. I'm going to tell you right now, that exhaust fan is on and these curtains aren't moving, whatsoever. I'm just going to go ahead on a guess here, and I'm going to say that probably isn't the most efficient exhaust fan for this bathroom, but there's no way I can tell without looking into it. But as I look at some of the signs here, I can see some things that are a little bit alarming. As you can see, there's grout missing in some of these areas. When you see the different colors of grout like this, what is happening is there's liquids and things of that nature that are penetrating this grout. So it's not the best way to determine something, but it's a pretty good sign that this grout is not sealed, and the seal it has either expired or it was never sealed properly in the first place. But there's a lack of sealing. So you got moisture, you got all kinds of things that are penetrating this grout. In some of these areas, the grout is actually gone. You can look at some of these areas and see the grout is not the same. It's not uniform all the way around, right? So you look over here, the weatherproofing looks pretty good up there. However, down below is definitely got some stuff going on. And the customer was just a few times I've been here, the customer has stated this area here is a problem area, and I like to kind of document these things because we're always going to come in and do 120% to try to make sure that we take care of every property that we clean. But I just like to document some of the things that are going to be very challenging for us. We're not going to be able to overcome lack of proper technique and installation, right? So as you can see here, there's, you know, the weather preference material is inconsistent. It's there in some areas and then it's not quite. And then, yeah, so, you know, with that happening, this is not going to be the best situation for the customer. The customer, you know, is wanting, you know, nice, clean, filling shower, right? And, you know, we're already using, you know, Mrs. Myers and things of that nature. It's more of the natural side of things the customer requested. So we're already fighting an uphill battle. With my experience with cleaning tile, the proper chemicals to use for tile are stone and tile specific products. And particularly if you don't know exactly what you're cleaning, the safest thing you can use is pH neutral floor cleaner. It's not acidic, it's not too alkaline, it's right in the middle, and it's not going to harm the finish or the surface of the tile and stone. It's just going to clean it as good as possible, and then it's going to leave it in a normal state because stone is natural. It's going to leave it in a normal state, so where it's not going to be too acidic, not going to be too alkaline, it's not going to have anything stick to it, it's not going to get too dirty. The problem we have here is there's a lot of waterproofing that, like I said, it's either not here or it's deteriorated. And what it is it's contributing wholesale to the issue the client has, which obviously, if I'm working here, it's my issue. But majority of the issue that I have is just managing expectations because, you know, there are issues that are beyond my control, and depending on the desired effect the customer wants, it may or may not even be attainable for what it is that we provide, right? So, you know, from what I can see here, this is beyond a cleaning for a normal everyday house cleaning company. Now there are companies out here who do offer shower and stone restoration, which is what I think this bathroom needs. It needs all of the grout, and all of the grout needs to be professionally cleaned. And in particular, because I see so much mold, I think it needs to be. I think it needs to come in here, and it needs to be a fungicide that is performed in here. And what that does is they use a particular processing chemical to thoroughly clean all of the mold and fungus and bacteria out of the shower. That includes the stone, the grout, everything. Because then what they do is they go ahead and they just polish the stone and everything to get it looking nice and good, get the surfaces nice and clean. And then they seal everything, right? So they get all the grout nice and sealed. It's going to be good, protected, and under warranty. And you should have a lot less problems. They're going to come in, they're going to cut out all the grout, they're going to re-grout and everything. They do a whole thing. And they're in your house for like maybe a week, depending on like what situation you got there. And it's not cheap. You know, you pay a couple $100 for cleaning. This type of service, the restoration, it could be in the thousands of dollars, guys. So it's totally different service. And I just want to document some of these things. That way I could use it to explain to the customer. Like I said, it's been coming up a lot. And I feel so bad for these customers because they get these style showers and, you know, they're not maintained the best. And they call us to come in and, you know, try to help out. And there's only so much we can do, especially using, you know, the all natural products, there's not a whole lot we can do. When you got situations where there's just so much moisture and there's no control of the moisture, you're really going to need stuff to come in and kill a lot of that bacteria. And the all natural products are only going to do so much as far as surface level bacteria. But see, because this stuff is not sealed, you're getting a lot of moisture and things behind the grout, behind the tile. And so I can only imagine what's going on behind this this wall, because you can already see what's coming out of, right? You know, you can already see this stuff. So if this is what you can see on this side, you can only imagine what's on the other side. So I just like to come in here and capture some of these things. That way I can just use it to kind of properly explain some things to the customer. You know, customers don't probably see this stuff or really even quite understand what it is they may be dealing with. And that's just where we come in and just try to explain that we can't clean damage. And what you see a lot of times is damage. That the sealant here that is completely I'm not certified in mold, so I can't per se say what something is or isn't as far as mold, because you have to be certified. But I can say it's a moldy like surfactant, right? To the eye, it looks like it could be mold. So I just like to document these things. I don't want to make the video too long, guys. I just kind of wanted to capture this stuff because it does come up a lot, it seems. And like it is, what it is, you know, it's a limitation of our service. You know what I mean? To where the customer is now needing an entirely different service, a more specialized service. You know, we do general cleaning. We're gonna come in, we're gonna clean a number of areas, right? We're gonna clean your bathrooms, your bedrooms, your kitchen, your floors, your whole, right? We're gonna clean everything. What the restoration company is gonna do, they're gonna come in, they're gonna charge you thousands of bucks, which is what they're gonna have to do because that's what it takes. And they're gonna only be in this area, right? They're gonna only be in this shower. They're not gonna be all over the house. No, they're going to be only in the area that you requested them to be in because it's a more specialized service. And with this area, we're talking the shower, it's restoration. And so that's just what I wanted to capture. The difference between general home cleaning and then something like a specialized service like tile and stone shower restoration. That's it, guys. I wanted to capture that. Shout out to Mr. Flores. He does this type of training. And I would absolutely love to be able to send customers his information and everything. It's not something we offer. But if the client would like to go in that direction, I would like to have a networking opportunity where they can reach out and you know, get put in that right direction if that's the direction they want to go. And others like that, you know. So, you know, if you're watching this and there's something you can help out with, you know, let us know. I always explain to customers, you know, this type of restoration techniques and all of that information, it's not cheap. And so, you know, the customer already is aware that, you know, the types of things and techniques and everything that they're going to be interested in talking about are already beyond what it is that we provide. So just wanted to capture that. I'm going to go ahead and finish up here. I don't expect to see a huge improvement. This is why I did this area, but I didn't do this area, right? So you can see there's still a whole lot of discoloration, right? There's not a huge difference from the side I cleaned and then the side I didn't clean. So I just wanted to capture that, guys, just to kind of help me build an explanation and demonstration for the client, because a lot of this stuff, when you're trying to explain it to folks, I don't really know if it makes a connection. So thank you guys so much for watching. This has been Eric with Ellis Cleaning Service. I'll catch you guys next time.